Page Reish Beis. So we will discuss. It was talking about what is the chiddush of the mitzvahs la'asid to the mitzvahs la'asid mitzvahs tzenecha. Now is not because la'asid will be the gilui shmilamayla of the helam atzmi of not the helam atzmi the aliyah to the essence. It brings a dogma, the difference between Torah and mitzvahs. Mitzvahs, it's only Ramach Avarim and the Malcolm. Shekin Torah is the Raisa Kuchuk Kol Achat. So the Osidli says the connection, the recourse will be even the mitzvahs will be similar to Torah. It's not something from the outside that connects, but it's a unity that become totally one. And that's the same thing, like that Ichud Gamoy will be similar to Ichud V'Chayoy. We are like how many lines? 9 lines on the top. So brings a dogma. The beginning of creation it says, "Va'adam ayin labed sadom shaloya inin avoda." It says in the first the pasuk says, "Va'adam ayin labed sadom." Before they was created, Adam was no avoda. אחר כך כסיב העיצה, אבל אלוקים עשה אדם בשני יודים שאין תרין עיצים. So then the Rebbe created the Adam, and it says Vayitza with 2 Yudin. So the Gemara says, what are the 2 Yudin? And Yetzer Tov and Yetzer Masha Mogesh Orak Yud Achad Shayetzer Tov. But what we feel, what the person feel, what the Adam felt was only the Yetzer Tov. Yetzer but v'nichna legamar Yetzer Tov. That's how he created Adam Rishon. Ksiv v'nichna v'ganei l'Adol Shom or l'Avdaz Mitzvah Machdes Sesar Shom Zeh Shas Mitzvah Loises Adam Rishon was put into this world to worship the Eibishter with Torah Sesser and the Shaman to watch and save from Shasam Tisloises. That was the purpose of Adam Rishon. You should mamshel gil ansach lamata. Shalom etachtenim. You came in sof. Shezeh kavan adir betachtenim. So that was the initial. That was the kavan. That was the purpose of creation. Adir betachtenim. Tam shachaf ein sof dvarim tachtenim. Lach chitit tzadas. Nidem b'shluchim v'gerushim, like the pasuk says, the Chazal say that chitit tzadas, those shluchim v'gerushim was they took him out of Gan Eden. The shiur madrigas adam butzach leil sak and nafshi. So chitit tzadas, there was a descent in a state needed special avodah sak and nafshi. Because shleimus shel adam milasid. And the shleim was going to reach eventually is the la'asid, shazeh shekosav la'asid, in the yaskel avdi v'gova ma'oid. You get to Mashiach, it says in pasuk, in the yaskel avdi rom v'nisa v'gova ma'oid, and ma'oid is oisius adam. Shalachein ono os davke yishleim usavoida b'devarim agashmi. So that was the initial kavanah ikashchina, the way it was created. But then you're going to reach it. Mashiach comes. K'moshe no'oim b'gashmius. See b'gashmius hashlit. V'mshal sheyesh lo adam ala b'alei chayim. Zeh mitzad ha'isa nasech la'amidas shelo. The fact that a person has control, a human being has control over animals, because he has this advantage, his mind and his emotions. Shebekol ga'arosei ma'negel be'ima is one person with the shepherd can screen and control 1,000 animals. Kamoi kain uberuchnis, that's just a mashal. Beruchnis shashlita mishal shesh l'adam gashmin. The fact that the person has control to mavad the dvarim gashmi, zem tzad ha'isen the adam haruchni sheboy. That is a result of the advantage that he has, because the ruchni is the kapar shenasa b'tzelem elikim. The fact that he was created with tzelem elikim, shedash shekos nasa b'tzelem elikim v'seinu ve'irdu b'dgas hayom v'ref hashamayim b'chol b'hem ha'soretz b'chol what this? Be'imo שהרדיע ומשול שיש לו אדם בדגס היום באיפה שמיים בכל הארץ שזה בכל הנבואים בדבר המסכם כל זה שנעשה ותסלם בדמות שלו. The reason the person has control, which means control means in the spiritual sense of control, means the union of birurim, the elevation of reality. That's a result of the tzelem elikim, nasa tzelem adus. The Ika Shleimos, again, so the same thing. Ika Shleimos Shladam Ilas, the ultimate purpose of the ultimate perfection of the Adam will be Melasis. Sha'ad Seichel Shalai, B'china Seichel Eki. Lasi Love the Seichel B'Seichel Eki, Cholak Saga Shalai B'Likus, and his entire occupation of his intellect will be in Likus V'Yakes B'Das, Das Shleimo V'Akol Gmura, the person will recognize the Eibishter, the full recognition, full mind. The mind is being in a ria. Not only that, it's going to be in a way that you can see it. That the Mashiach comes, so we're able to see godliness with a physical, with our sense of sight. And we'll be connected and united, and cleaving to the Eibishter. That's the ultimate purpose of Adam. My time Adam, what the reasons that the person is called Adam? The name Adam is a result of the Dveikus. And not only that, the dveikus, the connection to the Eibishter will be in a steady and constant way, without any interruption. I'm sorry. The negate to the experience now. The pasuk says Sheva Yival we come, that there is a nefila, not only one nefila, 7 nefilas, and then we come. Only then does the tzaddik stand up, for awaken from his nefila. Mashenken lasid lavoi ibitmidas bli efsek shdei kashnem shalad. B'meila, so that obviously he's going to finish saying b'meila because the shleim. He's going to talk a lot about the shleim of Adam Lasid. B'meila, because of Lasid, he's going to finish in the middle of the next page. He says biur. In other words, the koyach, the mimvar, is a result of his shleimus because he's going to be a perfect shleimus. So this biur is also going to be a shleimus. In the meantime, he goes into a long discussion to describe what is the shleimus of Adam is going to be Lasid. Not only that, it says we just said before in a way, what ma'oid is the opposite of Adam. Why? The Adam means a defined shape. He has the shape of Adam. Ma'oid is Ma'od is the madrega from Bligvul. Ma'od means very much, which means without limits, without shape. She's a matter of kiloyadams. Really, the madrega kiloyadam. Gam zema shekosu be'odam. Zema she'odam adam the alien. That's why it said be'odam. Be'odam. I don't know what this words mean. Shezema she'odam adam el alien. Odam is also the Indian of adam el alien. The alien because kiloyadam. Be'odam adam el alien. Shgam be'odam. Yes, Prinas Kiloyad. the Adam contains also the level of Loy Adam. Above, I know what's a Pasha Shemaim Tamadas. So now he explains what's the difference in Adam and Loy Adam. Loy Adam is the Lotzim Pasha Shemaim Tamadas. The Adam Prince Tzir Meichel Midas. Well, Lotzim Pasha Shemaim Tamadas. Who Prince Kiloy Adam. So the two stages, two levels in the post in the. There's the Adam, which is the Tzir, the Sech, what we call another place, Kerches Pnimim, Sechel Midas, and Kiloy Adam is the Madriga, which is above the Tzir, above the Kerches Pnimim. Kiloy Adam. Well, the Milam is that then there's even a higher level than Loy Adam, he says, because Loy Daitias Nafshi. There's an expression in Tanakh, Loy Daitias Nafshi, which is Maram is the Hainu, Kamoya Nefesh of Prince Loy Dati, which is Prince Makiv de Yechida. So now he's telling us that the difference to there's Loy Adam and there's Loy Daitias Nafshi. That's two levels in the Makifim Gufa. There's the Makif Rotza, and that is the Madriga of Loy Adam. But then there's also the Madriga, the concept of Loy Daitias Nafshi, which is even higher than that. So what is he saying? כדוע שיש בייז מקיף ומקיף דחי ומקיף דיחידה, אז Loy Daitias Nafshi, מקיף דיחידה, שפרס Loy Daitias ממש. מקיף דחי Makiv the Chayo, Raknes Adam El Elyon, Makiv the Chido, Prince Elamam. Makiv has Adam El Elyon. You can call Adam El Elyon, which means he compared to Elyon. Mashenken Yechida or Elyon Mam. It's not Adam. He's himself the Elyon. It's a higher level in Achdus. V'zerika Shlemas Sheba Adam. That's really the ultimate purpose, the ultimate perfection of Adam. That is how he's moved al be'erech, which means he's separated. He's a different level in the Olam. So that's the Sh'ikar Shnei Sheba Adam, the Indian that he has the Madriga of Makiv de Yechida. So that brings in this famous statement the Chassidus always talks about in the Ranat and in other places, that Adam, we just said before, earlier he said, what's the difference in Adam Balechaim? Adam was about Seichel and Midas. The truth is the ultimate Islam, what do we call Adam? When we look at the person, when we mechalek the chaluk is done, it's a Mechaim and Daber. So the Adam is not called Bal Seichel, Bal Midas, it's called Medaber. Why? Because Shemitzat Isana Seichel Shaboy ain't the Ikar Isana Shaboy Chaim can do. Truth is Seichel, even intellect, that's not the ultimate advantage that Adam has on Bal Chaim. Why? There's a concept of Seichel, because Seichel in the end of the day, Seichel means it's a way for a person to make sense of what's happening. So that's something in a certain degree, Balei Chaim also has it. The baby has enough seichel that it stays away from okay, it's a way to say when it should stay away from dangerous places. To find food and to be drawn to food. Not only that, there's also a concept of pikhus, which is even more than seichel. It's like cleverness. Why? We see pikhus shebachayis. It's also stuck at a low level of pikhus, but even that, even though it's still a dying. We call them gam in seichel. Moving shezeuch arbeina roich. Seichel Adam. Obviously, the seichel of Balchai is shalei be'er to seichel Adam. But zeuch nishaluk madrigosam. Was es is not in them fall. It's a different dimension. The seichel shel Adam be'im. Kom kein sichli. So this is the reason that when we talk about Isa and other one of Al-Chai, we don't describe it as about Seich, because to a very, very subtle degree, we can find in a Seichel by him also, to a very low degree. The ultimate expression, what makes the human being unique, is medaber, the fact that he has the power to talk. It's meant us. The concept of dibu, communication, that is something that we don't find at all in Balichaim, in animals. Zelmash, he's going to explain in a minute why. Zelmash, that's Chaim, like you said earlier. Zelmash, we call them a dabar. We say, we describe the human being, we describe it as medaber. Not bal seichel, not maske, but dafke medaber. Yedua shemedaber bekeser. So the hinach medaber is maram is amidas hakeser. He's going to explain some why. The doimem malchus. So we get the form of the is doim tzemeach chai medaber. So doimem is parallel to malchus, the madrig of malchus, the lowest. With tzemeach v'midas. Tzemeach is in the spheres, which in the spheres, the kreches hanefesh. What is tzemeach? Tzemeach is the midas. And chai, it's chai bechachma ubina. That's called a chachma techai. The chachma techai. The meaning of chai is related to seichel. So for that, it brings two expressions that prove the point that chai is connected to seichel. Number one, the chachma techai. It's a patzik. A chachma techai about leo. This chaim is connected to chachma, and the other, that's chachma. When they get to bina, the Gemara says, Kol ha-noida ke'ila noida b'chaye hamelach. There's the lashon in Gemara, and Chassidus explains should be bina. He's not getting into the discussion. He just says the fact is that chay is mamas of me of smeichin, because chachma tachaye and chaye hamelach is bina. Mashenken medaber ubekeser shebemadrega zu abdallah shaloi. That madrig of Kesed, that makes the person different from the rest of creation. The ikav nesmakiv dechida in Kesed Gufa, the ultimate madrig in Kesed that's connected is makiv dechida, like we said earlier, the higher level, layer dite. Shezeh amitis atim sanesham. So the Kesed is the source of medaber. So there's this famous sikh of the Rebbe in Chelik 4, Shmois, where he explains why Dibo is the ultimate expression of the nefesh, because Dibo means communicating with the other, going outside of himself. The power to getting outside of himself and communicating with the other comes from the highest madrega, because the natural thing of everything is being who he is, being himself. Stepping out of himself and reaching out outside to the other, that shows such a high madrega that he's even that he can't even that is not. It's not a limit for him to step out of himself. So that expresses the ultimate madrega in the highest madrega nefesh. This shleimus of the guild of makiv the yechida, the amit is asking the shama, that will be lost. Kayadua shemashiach zochal yechida. So it brings in another source that it says in Kabbalah that Mashiach will reach the madrega of yechida. The Adam Zacha l'chaim. Mashiach zacha l'yechida. That's what it says in Kabbalah. That Adam Rishon, which is the it says Vayipa Ba'afanish Maschai. So the Adam Rishon is the ultimate connection to the Eibishter, but even then it's only Madrig of Chaim. Matai Shenka Mashiach is Kala Yechida.
Where is that quoted from?
That's from Chassidus, Kabbalah, not Chassidus, in Kabbalah. Okay, so this entire discussion to describe, see, basically, he went into a very long, almost a page. It started Vayitza Hashem Elokim es Adam. That's what he explained here. That Adam, the reason Adam was able by Yilda b'Degas Ayom Gat Shamayim, because Nas Adam Etzalmei Kid Moseinu. Power that Adam has to be mevar the birurim, to be mile dvarim gashmin, connecting the likus, is because he's not Etzalmei Kid Moseinu. He says, so when is the perfect bill? When the Adam reaches its highest level, and that will be only lost. So because man as Adam only has seichel midas. Vashengal asid love which the madrig of the loy Adam higher light nafshi yechida. We brought a bunch of sources and examples how the Adam will reach his perfection. The mele, because he will reach his perfection. Okay. So until now, all along, we spoke about why la'asid will be the ultimate mitzvah tzeinecha. Remember, see, but a few examples how the asid, the gashes will be higher, the mitzvahs will be higher. Now I said the adam was higher, everything is higher, but mainly the mitzvahs will also be the ultimate mitzvah tzeinecha, the ultimate expression of the Eibishter's connection of Lekus to Oilams. That's going to happen also.
The Osid is not going to be the Inyan from this other HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
What do you mean? Why not?
Because it's everything is going to be without Avodah.
No, it's a result. Okay, let's talk about Avodah. All this is a result of the Avodah. But let's see what he says here. Look, when I said now he takes us back to our own reality. So in other words, so the question you're asking, so that's what it says in Tani Perek Lamed, that all avodah for Osid is like a result of all the gilui for us are a result of our avodah now. It's not a separate thing. The Osid will reach that level. It's a result of our avodah now. So the Osid will be the result of our avodah in Tachtonim. But now he's talking about our avodah now. But emes ikar borim achsham gam ken dafka difference atzmis and shom. Truth is, even now, so Osid will be the perfect condition. But even now, the koyach that we have to be mavar birurim gam ken dafka the atzmis and shom. Even though in today's day and age, before Mashiach comes, we can only be mavar with our koyches agluim, which is the Adam, which is not loy Adam, but still he says the koyach that we have even now is also a result of the atzmos hanefesh. This is what we say in Gemara, but it's in Tani. Mashbina say, what mashbina mean? They didn't shvur. Amashanos na koyach me'etzem haneshama. They live on nefesh abamis. Achshav includes the all sides of the sham. No, was now it's only a whole of that's on the sham, and the sham itself is be'el. Ragil shas on the sham we dafka lost. Lachein dafka the gila will be lost. Lachein dafka means Mashiach yikar shleimus ha'aliyah that. Because all of the ultimate purpose of mitzvah is Yochdem Ein Sof, Yedavka L'Osid. When we're going to reach that stage, only L'Osid. Okay, so we finished discussing why it's mitzvah tzedakah. Look, the Lichayra, like Rabbi Tachtel said yesterday, this entire discussion is a little counter to what we usually talk about. That the kavanah is now it's really like it says in the Rebbe brings from Rebbe Marash Kacha. This lost love with the Steinig Niva, now it's Steinig Beir. That the real deal with Tachtonim is done now. Everything it says in the Maimon until now stresses the opposite. That only La'osid will meet us with enough. He doesn't, as of now, he's not talking. So actually he's going to continue discussing that. But right until now, we basically pointed out that aspect, what the mile of La'osid. It doesn't contradict the fact that the ultimate avoidance is now, but the result, what we're going to see, like it says in Tanya, that the expression of what we achieve now, we'll see then, we'll see lost it. But the avoidance is now, but he's going to continue discussing this concept. So that is what he asks the question. But the question he asks is a little different than the way we ask the question. Like, oh, Yaakov is a kavanah with Hamikdash. There was a kavanah with Hamikdash. When there was a Hamikdash, Sheni, there was a kavanah. Shemakridim, Poim, Ve'elim, Kvasim. We were makridim all these Amos. V'nichlo be'eshel Maila, and they were nichlo be'eshel Maila, like it says in. But there was an age that came in a mile and burning it. But Arya Dachel Korbanin, and the age was in the shape of an Arya, which is like it says, there was an Arya Dachel Korbanin. וזהו כל העבודה במקדש שאינה כובס הקורבנות. אבל איך נאמר על זה שאינה עדיין מצוות צנח? How can we say that all that covers the korbanos? There was a mikdash, there was all process, and there was an Ishmael Mylon was burning it. So we achieved a pretty high level of connection to the Ebershter. So how can we say that all this is not Yitzhak, only the Asel because the Gam Yadua? There's another question. Yadua sheikah knisa otza'ot zeh mishukrim hamitzvos. The Arba Yodes Oyer Ba'oretz. I'm not sure what that expression means. That it says Arba Yodes Lachem. So the point why the Eden came into Eretz Yisrael to keep mitzvahs to Lizbot. Maimar Hazal to Echel period. Sorry. The famous Maimar Hazal. Why was Moshe Rabbeinu so eager to come to Eretz Yisrael? Period. Sorry, he wanted to eat the fruit of Eretz Yisrael. What was his big desire? So the Gemara, what's the answer? The Gemara, mitzvahs atluis ba'aretz. So Moshe Rabbeinu had this great desire to be mekayim mitzvahs atluis ba'aretz. That's why V'schan Hashem. So there was a whole process in order to create the mitzvahs. Ech naimar she'ein mitzvahs tzedakah. It's interesting that he finds these two. It's the question we ask in our own language, but he asks this question differently. That we find that the mitzvahs very high level. There was Ari Derechel Korbanin. Moshe Rabbeinu wanted very much to mitzvah Nois Ba'aretz. How can we say
even
that?
if Moshe Rabbeinu would go to Eretz Yisrael, Mashiach would be here already, no?
Okay,
and then it would be like the higher level.
Okay, that's a good point. It's a good point, but it's not okay. Listen, this is one chazal. He's talking out of the perspective. Why do you want the mitzvahs? But you're making a good point. But in other words, the truth is, but he asked the question that all of us have. But he asked us from this particular perspective that we see that that mitzvahs is a very important the whole Chumash talks about how we should reach out to soul to the mitzvahs. So how does that fit? And Moshe Rabbeinu wanted period and that's and that. So how is it possible that all this is not mitzvahs tzeinecha? Okay, so you're asking an interesting question, which I mean the easy answer is that's only one medrash. In other words, it's not. He's talking about pshat. Pshat. He wanted the mitzvahs. But like I said, the question he's asking is a question we all of us had even before this Maimar Chazal. We all know that the ultimate, the Eibishter wants us to do mitzvahs. It's the ultimate thing. How can we say everything we do is really not what the Eibishter wants? It's like we didn't achieve the goal. If the whole creation and all the Eden going to the soul, all was all to the mitzvahs, how can we say that it didn't really achieve the goal? They love is there, it's a wagon in the korbanos. So now it starts a new discussion with korbanos. So eventually we're going to get back to the answer. The famous question that Mephoshim asked, what is the concept of korbanos? How is it possible that a person commits a sin and how does he escape by burning a behema on a mizbeach? And why does that explain? I'm sorry, and the mezid, korban is on sheg, chatas, korban chatas and the sheg. There's no korban on mezid. Levat krisis, it brings the chagav. There's a few exceptions. Krisis abal shifcha, I think. Krisis is the Gemara. I think it means krisis probably the Gemara. Kosav ala Gillian on the side of the on the Gillian on the side of the Hanoch it says this parenthesis that abala shifcha. Shifcha, what is it called? Shifcha charufa. Van Nazir Shenitma and Shvotz Pikadon for the Edus, Kosovo Algerian. So that's the four. Dalit Shemivin Korban Al Zodin Vishgoga. Al Zodin Kishgoga. There are four. The Gemara says in cases. Okay, it's interesting the way it's written. Close Korbanos and Abayim El Hashegi. Let me look it up. Let's have clarity here.
What's Shivcha Charufa? Sorry.
Shivcha Charufa is Shivcha, which is half. She was not full in Ishtach.
Oh.
Okay, we say it every morning, but 1 second.
Right. Yeah.
I'll get
Okay.
more details, but 1 second. Let me see.
Thank you.
I want to find. You know what? I'll make it qualify. 1 second. Yeah, it's a Mishnah increases. That's exactly. So okay. So Mishnah increases Perek Beis, Mishnah Beis. Let's see what the Mishnah says. Eila mevin al azad and kishgoga. There are four people who bring a korban al azad. Numbers Abal Shivcha, Boil Shivcha Charufa. If you want, I'll take a look in a second. And Nazir Shenitma, and Nazir was Nitma B'Mezi. And same thing, Shvos Apikadon. The person swears on these four.
And that they swear false, right?
Yes, they're false. It's also amazing. So he also brings an ashram. So 1 second. Let's see one thing. So I don't know why this person, the maniach, like Gillian, wrote out what the for, maybe he wrote out for himself. What? Shiur is a very weird type of creature. The Rambam, we know that the Rambam says, Shivcha charufa, more betayra, chetzi shivcha, chetzi baschirin, mukadeshes levid ivri. It's a modern situation. So there's an affair to have, I'm not going to go into learning Shivcha charufa now. It's a specific type of situation that has a specific dinim. When the dinim is Asham, we say Asham Shivcha Hof, bring a Asham and Mezid. So again, I think that whatever the Gilot on a Gillian, I don't know. It's not after the, I don't know. Or maybe it's something the Rebbe Rashab didn't say it, but the person wrote it down. What himself? The Rashab says it. A Mishnah. Dalat Megim Mivin Korban Al Shegeg. Al Shegeg Mezid Kashel. You see what in the side? What the for? It's not so. Even the expression "mevim ala mezid k'shegeg" means that the normal korbanos are shegeg, and there's an exception of four situations, 4 instances. But there's an exception mevim ala mezid. B'chalal korbanos are shegeg. V'inin hashegeg is igeres hakodesh. The famous expression igeres hakodesh, the Alter Rebbe in Tanya. Shoygeg umitzad is gabas and nefesh shaminayga. Like one, which is really shtickle chidush. What does shoygeg mean? Mezid means a person intentionally does something he's not allowed to do. So that is, in a way, that is Yitzhak to cover, right? When a person does something b'shoygeg. So, what did he do already? He by mistake, he did something. So why do you bring a chatas? Why do you bring a korban on shegeg? It's something he did by mistake. There's a lot of ways of shegeg. He didn't know that it's not allowed. He didn't know what he's doing. There's a lot of ways of shegeg. So why do we need a chatas? Why does the kapora something he did by mistake? It's not something he did intentionally. What is the logic here? Says the Alter Rebbe, it's gavas and nefesh habahamis. The fact that the person was drawn to do something which is wrong, even though he did it not intentionally. That shows that deep inside him, the nefesh habahamis pushed him to do it. Because if nefesh habahamis would never have any control over him, he would never get close to do something wrong. So it's interesting. What's my interest point? So it's a very important statement, very basic, important statement that Alter Rebbe makes, that even a person does something unintentionally, it's really a result of his law madrega. That a person who's a real, it says, okay, I don't know, maybe it's related. Lo yuna al tzadik kol oven. A person who's total control of nefesh habahamis, even unintentionally, he wouldn't do anything that's wrong. So the fact that he does something even unintentionally is also a direct result of the isgavas nefesh habahamis. The inexi, but the neshama tani asis is based on the nefesh habahamis. So he brings in from Tanya perik aleph and base. The Rachav says the kol ish yitzol yesh l'shtei nefoshes the ksiv neshama tani asis nefesh habahamis. Nefesh elikis he chelek alekam mamesh. So So nefesh alikis is that part which is the part of the person of the Eid who was a neshama tzelem with mashal ma'ila. It's a reflection of godliness or the alien. Shalakis, it's an expression of it's salmenuk in Motzain. That means the Adam is the same shape and form as the Adam and Shalakis. When she talks about Mosakis, Shalakis, Muskmar Adam and Ma'ila. So that is nefesh alikis. And nefesh haba'ami is a minayga. The nefesh haba'ami is like the Alter Rebbe explains in Tanya, constant klipas noiga. Noiga means that aspect of Lamaila that already allows it allows a separation from godliness. Good. I can't explain right now, but I don't know why it brings in this whole discussion. The point, because we spoke already about Adam. The point is nefesh haba'amis. So the shegeg, when a person does very unintentionally, very important point the Alter Rebbe makes, is not something which is not relevant. It is an expression of the fact that somewhere inside is nefesh haba'amis is taking him over. That's why he can do it. He can do it even b'shegeg. So that explains when he asked the question.
I'm sorry, maybe.
What does the sin have to do? How does the forgiving of the sin have to do with burning the behemoth, with the mark of the behemoth? So the answer is the behemoth is also from noiga. The behemoth ksher, like it's present Tanya, that all the kosher animals, their source of chayes is also from noiga. Klipas noiga. Klipas noiga means that's why they can be elevated. So we elevate klipas noiga. So that's point one. Again, it's an answer. It's like more of a spiritual type of answer that because the nefesh haba'amis took overpowered the person. So how do we fix it when we take that noiga, the koyach, that nefila of noiga and elevate it? But that is expressed to the aqrava of the behemoth from noiga, and aqrava means we elevate the noiga. That way we fix the problem that caused the sin. That's why it's machapa.
But how does it affect the nuga of the person? I mean, we are talking about the nuga of the behemoth.
Again, it's not. So at this point, it's not the person is not so relevant. The idea is that what happened was that the noiga got hold of the kedusha. Klipas noiga as a whole. We look at klipas noiga as a whole. Klipas noiga took control over the person and made him to an aveira. So how do we fix it? We take klipas noiga and we elevate it. And so it affects the entire system. It affects the person also. Yeah. Okay. That's one. That's like a sort of general understanding how the korbanos have to do with the biur of klipas, with fixing mischaper avonis, and avonis is shegeg, what we said. Again, if you think about it, the shegeg part. I mean, the mezid is also a result of nefesh haba'amis, right? So, but mezid is already it's a different. Mezid is the nefila in shlosh klipas atmeis. Shlosh klipas atmeis, for that korban doesn't help. For that we need a different type of biur. Mashenken shegeg is only noiga because he did it unintentionally. So that level of yerida is fixed by the aqrava habehemoth. Then he's going to get the next step at aqrava habehemoth does, but that we'll continue tomorrow.
So yeah.